So, with regards to some foundations, I ran a masterclass a couple of years ago about embracing AI, and I talked about the copywriters that 2 years ago said ChatGPT took their jobs and now they have to walk dogs and fix air conditioners. So that's right at the pointy end, like I said, what was hit first. Then, about a year after that, I ran another masterclass where I talked about Kalana, who is an e-commerce business, and they let go of 700 employees because they automated their customer service and got AI agents to run it. And basically, it's doing the AI can handle 23 markets 24/7, communicates in 35 different languages, and enabled them to completely change the way that they do customer support. But there is a part two to this story. Kalana's now come out and said, customers don't always like just AI. They like talking to people too. And they versed a little bit on their position. They still think AI is important and they're continuing with that, but it's the combination, that human in the loop, that's the key. And a lot of the work that we're going to be doing today is around this human in the loop stuff. There are also a bunch of other reports coming out now, everything from a McKinsey report, Microsoft report, Deloitte report. They're all doing their reports. 800 million jobs displaced by 2030. And McKinsey in that report also outlines a bunch of the different positions and what will get impacted first. You can see up there data entry and transcription, documentation and record keeping. They're all the ones, financial and accounting, that are getting hit first, and it goes down the list. You can see at the bottom of that list there on the screenshot anyway is cleaning and sanitation and construction and fabrication. So you can see which industries are going to get hit first. And if you keep that in mind and then think about which parts of your business might you need to adjust, and that will help you to think about where the opportunities are for custom GPTs and automation and things like that, understanding. Because sometimes the question someone has when they're first thinking about this is, where do I get started? Which parts of my business can be automated? The bits here that are getting impacted the most: communication and liaison, research and investigation, sales and negotiation. That's where the clues are for you on the areas you should be focusing in your business. Now, it's not all doom and gloom, because I want you to understand that disruption brings opportunity. Those that move quick stand to gain the most. There are plenty of stories of companies embracing AI and getting extraordinary results and growing, which creates more positions. It's not just about the robots are coming and we're going to replace all humans. I firmly believe this human in the loop is key. My gold standard for this is our client, Shannon Smit. And I know a few of her team are here today. I think I saw Brielle was here and potentially Ryan as well. She runs a company called Smart Business Solutions. And her first job was at McDonald's. So when she started her accounting business, she documented everything pretty much from day one and stored it all inside systemHUB. As soon as this whole AI revolution began, she was able to maximize and get in front of this curve so much quicker than anyone else I know, because she was so clear on the processes and because she started adopting as soon as she heard it. There's a lag time between when you hear these ideas and implement. You're rewarded for speed of implementation on this. The team needs to learn and get comfortable about this. So she started using automation and AI very early on. She went to a consultant, shared with him all of her processes. The consultant then helped her to cherry pick out which ones to work on. There's an interview I can share with Shannon where she talks about one of the processes, which was logging into the Australian Tax Office portal, scanning it for each client, pulling out the relevant data, loading it into a spreadsheet, drafting up an email to go to a client, and then having a human in the loop who would review it and hit send. Previously, it was all done by a team member. She was able to completely automate that process. That one task took something like about 1,000 hours over the course of the year, and she took it down to 6 hours, where the human in the loop just hopped in to have a look at the emails and hit send. So it's a complete game changer. One of many different tasks she's done. Now, her story doesn't end there, which that's the part that's told in the video. The part that's not told in the video with her is she's in Mornington, the suburb next to me, and she invites me along to her office to come to robot training. She flew in a guy from Singapore who helped her build a lot of these automations and use AI, and put on a day workshop for her team and her colleagues and called it robot training. She sent 2 of her team members, Brielle and Ryan, through our Systems Champion Academy. And that is the missing piece. I've watched Shannon train up and skill up the team, and she's not in there doing these automations and building things out. She's teaching the team on how to make the most of it. So success leaves clues, and there's plenty of clues in her story. Become process first. Start understanding your business. Work with a specialist, whether that's a systemologist or someone, to get that first gold standard into place. Start to train up the team through getting a systems and AI champion. Actively encourage everybody to use this technology and build a culture of process first and then AI automation and using different tools, and that's okay. That was a clip taken from our Systems Champion Academy, which is the world's first and only community designed for systems champions and business owners to help them build the business of their dreams. We really focus on getting your processes done, getting the team on board, and building it so that the business is free of the business owner. To find out more, head over to systemology.com/systemschamp, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the community.